seen the movie Wicked, or you want to see the movie Wicked, because there will be tons of spoilers, I am forewarning you now. So today's video is going to be my review of the movie Wicked. 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 So if you guys are familiar with the play on Broadway of Wicked, then you know everything that I'm going to talk about. If you are unfamiliar with the play Wicked, and you don't have any idea of what is going to happen in Act 2, then I suggest you click off the video now. Now that we got the disclaimer out of the way, let's get into my Wicked review. Number 1, this movie was cast so well. I don't think anybody else should have played Elphaba or Glinda, because the way that those two actresses played those roles, they were made for it, absolutely made for it. And the fact that they live sang the entire movie is so insane to me. Do you know the crazy talent you would have to possess to be able to live sing while you're hanging on a wire, flying through the air, singing, defying gravity, defying gravity, defying gravity? I mean, it is just insane and impeccable. The vocals for the entire movie were perfect. I loved listening to Ariana sing No One Mourns the Wicked. It was like listening to Christian Chenoweth singing No One Mourns the Wicked on Broadway again. I mean, she did an amazing job, and Cynthia Erivo and the riffs that girl added into a lot of the songs were just perfect. Her ending of Defying Gravity was insane. I mean, I've seen the movie twice in theaters now and have sobbed hysterically at the end of the movie because it is just so moving. Here are some spoilers. I loved the cameo of Idina Menzel and Christian Chenoweth, who, if you don't know, they played the original Glinda and Elphaba on Broadway, and the fact that they brought them into this movie and gave them a part to sing and really just take on their characters' roles again, because if you've seen the movie, the way that they both act is exactly how Glinda and Elphaba act. So I jaw dropped when I saw them in the movie the first time I watched it. I was just giddy as all can be. I was so happy. There's so many little Easter eggs that I don't know if a lot of you would have caught them if you're not a big fan of the Wicked, Broadway performing, or if you're not a fan of the story or you don't know the story. So there's a scene at the beginning of the movie where Elphaba's father goes away for the night. You can see that a strange man comes in and the mother has an affair and feeds her this green elixir. Well, if you didn't know, that's the wizard. So Elphaba's actual biological father is the wizard, and they created her. He knew all along what he was doing by giving her mother the green elixir. He knew he was creating Elphaba. I just think a lot of people wouldn't have noticed that because you don't see the guy's face, but you hear his voice. The actor who plays the wizard is Jeff Goldblum, and you can hear clear as day that is Jeff Goldblum in that scene. And a lot of people have been talking about this, but when Glinda is singing the song No One Mourns the Wicked, she's essentially talking about herself because she is the one who chose, to be good, quote unquote, in the eyes of everyone else, which caused her to have wicked actions. And if you don't know, Elphaba and Fiero, who is the Scarecrow, run off at the end of Act 2. So she is essentially left all alone. I am so hopeful that they give at least a small role for Dorothy in Act 2, because in the play, we really only see a silhouette of her throwing the water on the Wicked Witch of the West. And that's really it. But from what I've seen, some screen grabs from Act 2, Dorothy and the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and the Cowardly Lion are all standing in front of the wizard. And then, if you notice in the beginning of the movie Wicked, there is someone riding Fiero's horse, which is Elphaba, after she escapes through the trapdoor. And then we see Dorothy with the witch's broom, and the Scarecrow and Tin Man and Cowardly Lion on their way to bring it to the wizard. So I am hoping that they give Dorothy a little bit more, than they did in the play, because the stories do start to overlap. And I really want us to see the perspective of someone other than what we've seen in the movie The Wizard of Oz. So I'm extremely hopeful for that. I would love it if they did a CGI version of Judy Garland. That would be so impeccable to really just keep it as, the original. I would love that. Hopefully she has a little small role in Act 2. I am so excited to see Jonathan Bailey and Ethan Slater playing the Scarecrow and the Tin Man. That is going to be such a crazy thing to see, especially with how animation is and CGI and all of this stuff. I'm so intrigued to see how they are going to really make those characters, because that's going to be exciting. I also cannot wait to see the house fall on Nessa. And if you guys don't know, Nessa is the Wicked Witch of the East, and the shoes, they were originally silver shoes in the original book and play, and in the movie Wizard of Oz, they were red. But regardless, the reason that Elphaba wants the shoes back is because they are her mother's, and there was a spell cast on them to help Nessa walk, because she is in a wheelchair. I don't really like Nessa as a character. I think she's a really terrible sister, friend, all of that stuff. So I can't wait to see the House fall on her. I'm sorry, but I cannot wait to see that. It's gonna be good. And as I previously mentioned, the shoes are actually silver, and we do see them in Act 1. You just have to pay close attention. But if you don't know the Wicked lore, then you wouldn't know that they were silver. You would think that they were the ruby red shoes. But no, they're silver, and I love them. If you have not seen the movie Wicked, please, please, please go see it, because it is a cinematic masterpiece. And you guys, I'm telling you, would absolutely love it. Even if you don't know the Wicked lore, or you're not a fan of Wicked, or you didn't even like The Wizard of Oz, because it is from a different perspective. So we really get to see the true story about what happened and why and how the Wicked Witch of the West came to be. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your opinions on the movie Wicked in the comments below, because I would love to see if you guys loved the movie, what you guys disliked about it. A lot of things, to be honest. I have not disliked a single thing. I mean, I love everything from the costumes to the music to the cast. Everything. It was done so wonderfully. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next